Alright everyone, I'm going to be hitting the gravel road here soon, so I just wanted to catch that on video for you, just to show you, what it feels like, or give you a sense of what it feels like if you can perceive it on your end. Keep in mind I am just like an owner making reviews, so it's not like I'm an actual auto journalist or anything like that. I have gone and test driven the Ram Rebel and other vehicles like that, so I have a good idea of what some of them drive like, but it's not like I got to keep a truck for a week or anything like that and drive it, or have the money to buy a fleet of trucks and vehicles. Anyways, right now I'm in the Wipers region, close to Wipers Village, near Calgary, Alberta. Nice little area. Some ground land up here, which is Canadian for public land, up ahead over here. Public land? I'm not sure it is public land, but I mean it's technically ground land, but that's a whole other topic. Alright, so just now starting to hit some of the washboard roads. Just as expected, this truck is soaking it up pretty good. Just like I said, it reminds me a lot of my 21 Tundra that I had. That thing really absorbed the reps and everything like that really good. So does this truck. Sometimes I do think I can hear like the doors sometimes maybe moving a bit or shuddering a bit in the frames, but I think, and if that's the case, I think maybe it's because the body of the F-150 is aluminum, but it's nothing crazy. I mean, you can't even hear it right now, so. But for me, in reviewing this compared to my 22 Tundra, like it was, the 22 Tundra had a really good powertrain, like really good power delivery, transmission, smooth, and it had good power, torque, all that. But it was just such a letdown that the suspension and the way it took the shocks and handled all those kinds of things just downgraded, Again, I don't know if that's just because I had an SR5 trim, which is one trim up from the base, and I had the TRD off-road package with Bilstein shocks, and you think with the Bilsteins it would be able to handle a lot of that better, and I mean this F-150 just has the Ford in-house made shocks that do quite well up here. But yeah, so far I'm very impressed with this truck. I've seen some reviews where some of the reviewers have issues with how it handles and complain that it has a lot of road hop and bounce, but that may be so. I mean, compared to some other high trims, like the Tundra Limited or TRD Pro or other vehicles like that, or the Ram Rebel and things. But for me, truck does better. And compared to my old Chevy Silverado I had, that was the it was a 2013 with no off-road suspension. That thing would for sure shoot you sideways when you hit a lot of washboards in a row. But yeah, this F-150 is doing good. You know, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on whether you would have kept the Tundra or traded it in when I had the opportunity to. I mean, I had the opportunity because, as we all know, prices were insanely high for used trucks, and I think under normal circumstances I wouldn't have been able to opt out of it, trade out of it the way I did without taking a loss. But the way things were at the time, the dealers were eager to buy it, and I was able to get a new truck. And I thought I would try the F-150 because I wasn't, as I've mentioned before, I wasn't very happy with some of the shortcomings in the Tundra. You know, I dealt with them as long as I could and had the chance to get out of it, and here I am. And some of those shortcomings for me was just this basic seat comfort. Like, it was good. Some people say it's great, some people say it's the best they've been in. I think you just gotta go feel it for yourself. I mean, I am a Toyota fan. I've driven a lot of Toyotas, and in my opinion, they weren't the most comfortable seats out there, or the best ones Toyota's had. The previous Tundra had better seats, and this F-150 definitely has the best seats I've been in. And they're these style. They're the cloth style with leather trim. I find they do quite well, especially if you get really hot. I mean, full leather, at least the full leather usually comes with some cooling, but sometimes they don't. Anyways, I'm gonna pull over here in a bit and go over the truck and talk about some of the features and things on it like that. Oh, and something else to mention is just the way this truck's laid out. I mean, to me, the gauge cluster and the infotainment screen, I just think it's really well put together, well thought out. The only thing I don't think is very well organized is this little area here with the lights and fog lights. It just seems kind of randomly thrown in there. Like, I don't know, it could just be me, but I kind of wish it was organized a little better. But that's about it. I mean, otherwise this truck is just, the front dash here and everything, it just looks so good. I mean, I think Ford is up their game big time with the Ford Bronco, the F-150, you know, and then bringing the Raptor trucks and things like that. And curious to see their next Ford Ranger. I mean, when I was a young boy growing up, that was the first truck I ever wanted, was a Ford Ranger. And then they stopped making it by the time I could buy my own truck, and then they came out with it. And me personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of the new styling they came out with. I felt like it was just a big departure from what they offered in the past with the old small compact Ranger, and it just was, I don't know, seemed too European to me. You know, take that for what it is. I know Ford made some changes, but I think this next Ranger's gonna look pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, I'll be back once I can pull over here and go over the exterior and some stuff.